We are here today with some good news for thousands of San Diegans and visitors who enjoy visiting Mission Bay Park. Beginning this Friday, the city will reopen the 13 public restrooms that were closed last month as a part of our fiscal year 2027 budget and keep them open through the remainder of the year. I want to start by acknowledging how we got here. This was an extremely difficult budget year for the city of San Diego. The mayor, my office, and the city council have been extremely honest, transparent with the public about the imbalance between the revenues that we receive and the expenses of running the 8th largest city in the country. We faced a significant structural budget deficit, and balancing that budget required reductions across all city departments. And closing these public restrooms were among the difficult choices that we had to make to balance the budget. And this reduction was considered through an open public process and ultimately included in the balanced budget adopted unanimously by our city council. I want to express that I understand the frustration that this has caused many. I share in that frustration. We all want to see public amenities open and operating for the public's benefit. Of course, Mission Bay is one of our most heavily used parks in the city of San Diego, particularly during the summer season. And families and visitors reasonably expect basic public amenities to be open, like public restrooms. But when faced with choices like preventing fire station brownouts and fixing more roads, we had to make reductions somewhere. And since this budget was adopted, my office and our city staff have continued to look for responsible ways to restore this and other public services. In this particular case, we now have one. I want to start by thanking our City Council President, Joe LaCava, as well as Councilmember Dr. Jennifer Campbell, both of whom stepped forward with their community projects, programs, and services allocations from their council office budgets to make this restoration possible. The second piece of what made this possible is that last Friday, the city received notice from the state of California of a higher than anticipated state grant award, which will now alleviate our dependence on general fund dollars for those functions provided for in that grant. Together, these will give us enough resources to reopen these facilities starting this Friday and through the end of the calendar year without creating a new hole in our city budget. At the mid-year, we will look again at the city's financial condition and determine whether the resources exist to be able to keep them open for the remainder of our fiscal year. Reminder, that goes till June 30th. Now, I want to be clear about what today's announcement means and what it does not mean. This does solve our immediate problem, but it does not solve the gap between our resources it takes to keep city services at the service levels that San Diegans expect. Ongoing city services require ongoing funding. Now, this is true for our parks, our libraries, our recreation centers, our public safety, and for every basic service that this city provides. Now, if council members, foundations, community organizations, or other civic partners have resources they want to invest in city services, we will welcome that partnership. And we'll work with them to put those resources to good use and for the benefit of all San Diegans. I also want to recognize that the budget reductions that we've made have consequences beyond the services that residents see. Particularly, they affect our city workforce. Our city's Park and Recreations Department has developed a plan to restore restroom operations with the resources that have been identified, and I'm grateful to those employees who will make all of that work possible. Ultimately, San Diegans want services that they can count on, and to provide them, the city needs revenues that it can count on. We have made the difficult choices to balance our city budget as required by law. Now, with these new resources available, we have a responsible opportunity to restore this service, and we are choosing to take it. Again, I want to thank our council members who are with us today who've made this announcement possible.